So YouTube, by popular demand, here is my Hyper Fabled, and I will honestly, hands down now, say this is like the most ridiculous version of Fabled I've ever played. Just Hyper Librarian and Raging is sick, absolutely sick. I was playing it on my locals on Saturday, so yesterday, and at like one point I had like 2 Librarians out, and I got a Raging and drew 4. It's absolutely sickening. So I went 5-1 in the Swiss yesterday. We did 6 rounds of Swiss and then got knocked out of the top 4. But yeah, here it is. Not a lot has changed in regards to this, but you still got your sort of basic lineup: 3 Cerebral, 3 Ganashia, 3 Chawa. Chawa is just unreal. You have to run 3 Chawa. Chawa's awesome. And then 3 Grimro to search out your Chawas, because Chawa is awesome. And then 2 Crews. Sort of a bit underwhelming. I basically sided one out like almost every single duel, but it's still sort of good to have because of the Chawa Grimro play thing. And 1 Kashano. Kashano's pretty cool. And just like before, Tengu is... it broke. It's got to go to 2. It's absolutely broke. This and Glow Up Bulb is 2 Librarians and then more synchro fodder. So you can go into then Chawa and then get Raging, which is horrendous. 2 Snipe Hunter, just because Snipe Hunter is still a boss. It's still your get rid of Shien play, basically. It's because undoubtedly 6 AMs is still awesome, but moving forward, dimensional 6 AMs are going to be good. So this gets rid of both Dimensional Fissure and Shien. So there we go, he's awesome. And this is where it starts to get slightly different. If you've been following the Fabled threads on Pojo, which I'm pretty active on, then you'll probably have seen these ideas before. But we've been talking a lot about the plant engine, and because the plant engine is the most consistent thing in the game at the moment, you sort of have to use it. But lone fires suck in this deck, so we've just sort of gone with this: Glow Up Bulb and Dandy, double Librarian, tokens for formula, and because he's level 3, he gets you Raging as well with Cerebral. So, like, I didn't miss the lone fires, the Spore at all. Spore, in my opinion, is really not needed, and just as it is there, is really cool. And then top it off, just 1 Tricky. He is actually really good at 1. Didn't find any time at all when he was dead, to be honest with you. I didn't find myself needing him all that often, but I did OTK once, and it was purely because of him. I managed to drop 3 synchros, and it was sort of like almost game. And I was like, oh, the Tricky. And he's like, yeah, that's game. So there we are. Following on from the plant engine, then you've also got these 1-for-1 and Foolish. So just purely because this can drop you Glow Up, Dandelion, and Kashano as well. So basically gives you access to tuners and stuff. And this gets you Chawa or Glow Up Bulb. So Raging or Hyper Librarian. If you open with this and Tengu, it basically says you win. So there's that. And then you got your sort of standard double Pot of Avarice. Yeah, it's pretty good. Nowadays you could possibly push it to 3, just because you do actually push through your deck even more than before. But I was alright with 2, if I'm being honest. 1 card destruction was pretty cool. There's not a lot to say about it, really. Card destruction is card destruction. 2 instant fusion is another change. I didn't like this before Librarian, just purely because, you know, its only real use was to get you Raging. If you had cards in your hand, that means this is a dead card. The benefit now, though, is Librarian, and if you've got Librarian, Raging. So it was sort of borderline before, but now it's awesome. Seriously, it's really good. And then just staples, like these guys. You all know what they do. And then on to traps, you've got the Solemn Brigade, God Says No, and Mirror Force and Torrential. Dropped Trap Stun because it's 40 cards, and honestly didn't miss it. Can't say if it would have won me the games that I lost or not, but to be honest, the game that I lost in the Swiss to Gladiators was because he opened first and Dimensional Fissure all 3 times. So, yeah, not a lot you can do. But that is the main deck. Extra deck. Could probably use a bit of changing, because I just realised I didn't put in Ancient Sacred Wyvern. But 1 formula, because your only way to go into it is Dandelion tokens. So I didn't need 2 throughout the whole tournament. So you've got your 1 Unicorn, 2 Ragings, honestly, 2. Because you'll find yourself getting 1 and you're in a situation where going for Librarian won't net you any more draws. So 2, seriously 2, and 2 Librarians and a Cataster. I realised that this deck absolutely spits out the level 5s. I'm like completely serious. It will drop like 4 level 5s a turn. So having 4 level 5s only just didn't seem enough. So catastrophe, because as well my meta's got quite a lot of angels in there, agents and stuff. So one Brionac, and personal tech choice, I like Gaianite because it runs over Stardust. This could be one thing, if you don't like it yourself, one thing you can drop, but I do like running it. One Black Rose Dragon, one Arcanite, which you can drop for Ancient Sacred Wyvern. I didn't go into this all day, and I'm not running Ancient Sacred Wyvern, so that will be one thing I would change. One Stardust, one Trishuge, and then the 2 fusions. You've got a level 3 guy, it can be any level 3 guy. I've got Flame Ghost and Darkfire Dragon, so you need a level 3 and a level 4. Level 4 is probably the most needed one, because then you got loads of level 1 tuners. But this level 3 guy in Chawa, Cerebral, sorry, is awesome. And extra decks, not that important, but 3 Kinetic Soldiers. The reason no Puppet Plants, but 3 Kinetic Soldiers, is because Dimensional Samurais are going to be running absolutely riot. So you can't use Puppet Plant with Dimensional Fissure down. That wrecks a lot. This because I can't remember why I put that in there. Oh, because I saw the Dimensional Gladiators guy. 2 Ally Bombs, 2 DD Crows, 2 Veilers, and 2 Chain Disappearance. Yay! So that's the deck, and yeah, like I said before, completely serious, it's like the most like incredible Fabled build I've played so far. The changes I might make were drop Dandelion and Foolish Burial for Sangan and Gores, and in the extra deck then drop the Formula Synchron for Ancient Sacred Wyvern. But that would be all I would change. So yeah, give it a try. I liked it a lot. Reckless Greed I'm not fond of, but you can always give it a try. It's very hit or miss, and because it's so likely to be a miss, I don't like it personally, but give it a shot.